Hey guys, this is Miles, and I'm bringing you a Fleet Ops replay, and we have a 1v1 today between CSix and Dragonfire on the map Duel II version 1.2. Dragonfire commented before this game that there are many versions of this map, which I've got to agree with, there are quite a lot of them. So let's identify our teams. Down at the bottom is the Blue Dominion, and this is C6. Dilithium and a Yard. This could be many strategies: miners, scouting, and up here we have Dragonfire as the red Romulans. Lots of miners. I've seen him do this before. This is going to be a fast expand. Oh, and this scout's got just too close to the starbase, and it's gone. Starbase tried to beam, but the pulses were already on their way to mete out some death. Oh well, that's C6 who has lost his scouting for the rest, as long as it takes for him to build another scout. He'll probably want to build another scout as soon as he can. And up here he's saying he wasn't watching. That's a common mistake I've made before. Send your scout out, but you're not a cloaking race. It wanders into the starbase's range, wants to be brave and attack the starbase and try to destroy it, and dies. I've seen Mort amass enough scouts to attack a starbase before, but one on its own isn't going to do anything. And here we have a Tal Shiar Academy, so this is going to be generics. Against the Dominion, I would recommend that he goes for frigates, because the Dominion are generally low defense ships. His strategy is bug, then bomber. Last time I saw him do this, there was a game about 10 minutes ago that lagged out. He went bugs and bombers mixed in together. That was a team game, so I recommended frigates there because there was a pulse wielding opponent. But in this game, it's hard to say. The bombers will be doing the majority of the damage, so Spectres would be a good choice to mitigate that damage. But both ships are low defense, and frigates would deal more damage to them. He's already on his way to expand. That's good Dominion play. The Romulan is going for Tal Shiar Academy. He's got a Rien up. He'll probably put up one more Rien, maybe a third Rien, then go into generics. I know for a fact that the generics is medium range. So if he does go for Spectres, the pulses of the Spectre will do okay against a small size bug, but the bug will take 30-ish% reduced damage from the Spectre and the frigate. So if I were him, if his opponent goes Spectres, I would go for mostly bugs. Because he's not building field research, he won't have access to the Leoval, which counters the bug horribly hard. He'll be forced to go into generic support refits, which do counter the bugs pretty good, but not as well as the Leoval. So here, one bug going out to harass. If this turns into a generic spam, I would go for bugs, because they take the reduced damage. And here we have Spectre refit, a generally cheap and quite hard to kill ship, the Spectre. Its pulses are going to do okay against the small size ships we see his opponent fielding. The Rien has pulses too. And here we go. The Riens are going to try kill this bug. I doubt they're going to get the kill. Are they fast enough? The bug is pretty fast, but the Riens appear to be keeping up. The bug does a sudden change of direction, but the Riens keep up, and they're probably going to get the kill now. One more, and there we go. A rank for the Rien, but lost half its shields. So yeah, that's a good early kill. Last Rien. The refit will be done in a second, so 3 Riens and then Spectre spam. I've got to say, it's going to be very difficult to kill the Spectres. They have combat cloak, they're a pain in the arse to kill. The bombers, alright, they've got torpedoes, they'll do okay against the Spectres. Bombers do terrible against Spectres, it's frigates. And here we go, lots of bugs. The problem is, the bugs are also low defense, so the pulses are going to... they're small size, so the pulses are going to do an admirable amount of damage to them. He's Romulan, so he can move this scout down here and figure out that his opponent is amassing bugs. But as he's got the proto, he can switch really easily from Boggz to bombers and vice versa. So going hard into frigates to counter the Boggz probably isn't going to be a wise move, because he'll just switch back to the bombers to counter to do okay against the frigates. Not that bombers are brilliant versus frigates, they're just better than Boggz. Here we have Tech Lab at the expansion. Now that's a very interesting place to build a tech lab. Most people will put it next to their starbase, especially the Dominion, who have plenty of builders lying around as miners. They could easily take one off of a resource they don't need, like dilithium at the moment, got plenty of it, take one off, build a tech lab, put it back. But no, he's decided to put it at his expansion with a dedicated builder. I've got to say, if the Romulans are clever, they'll go get that tech lab later. And this miner has got to go run away and repair. Yep, it's on its way to repair. Ooh, the proto is coming out. And the proto's running away quickly as well. I think this was just to delay the Riens from attacking his mining. Problem is, CSix really needs titanium at the moment, and Dragonfire is denying him that titanium, and the Riens are legging it. No kill for them this time, but they did stop CSix from mining titanium until these ships can repair and get back, which is good, because he is desperately hurting for titanium. The Riens are going to stick around. When the miners come back out, the Riens are going to attack again. And we have the Spectre out. It doesn't have combat cloak yet. Should get that as soon as possible, because it is such a brilliant special. Plenty of Spectres. Good thing about Spectres is they're dirt cheap. He's not going to be running into resource problems. Romulan ships in general are usually quite expensive, and they're worth the money if you put the good micro in, but the Spectre are completely opposite to that. They're like a Federation ship. They're dirt cheap and they're impossible to kill. But yes, he has plenty of money to buy combat cloak, plenty of titanium. He should buy it. It's not an expensive research. It's only like 100 and so dilithium, I think, and it will make his Spectres just so much harder to kill. And here we go, 3 Riens putting a lot of pressure, stopping expansion, stopping mining at the main base again. Not enough to get a kill, but enough to force the miners away. These two need to repair, or they're going to be easy prey later. One of the advantages of the Dominion miner is it's quite tough. It's 19 defense, and the Romulan one in comparison is only 13 defense. And here he's back at the titanium. He's being very brazen with his attacks. He is not letting off the pressure for a second, and he doesn't have anything to be worried about, because his opponent has a bomber prototype and 2 Boggz. That's not going to be enough to repel a Rien. Up here we have an S2 prototype, and S2's on the way. They'll do fairly well against the Riens, I've got to say. The Riens are long range, and the Riens are focusing on this miner. Yeah, they're probably going to get it. And these Dominion ships are just not going to be able to get rid of a cloaking Rien before it can cloak away. Even without face plates, they're just not going to die. Oh, and he's forced him away. See, if Dragonfire had kept up for just a bit longer, he could have got that kill. Never mind, he at least stopped him mining again. And look at this, hurting desperately for titanium. What he needs to do now is move a couple dilithium miners, 1 or 2, over to this titanium. Here he's got miners mining dilithium up here. He needs to pull one of these guys off, put it on the try. Possibly 2 of them. He's rolling in dilithium. He's got nearly 2,000 of the stuff. This guy should just move over here. He's put a builder onto the try. This 3rd dilithium miner doesn't need to be mining dilithium, but it is. One of these guys needs to go over here. He's got 2 at this. Oh, and here we go. The Dominion are harassing for once. Now that's interesting. Here come the Spectre defense force. Spectres may be slow, but they do a good job in defense. If he keeps running now, there's little chance that these Spectres are going to be able to get a kill. They're just so incredibly slow. And here, look at this. I love this. We have miners, an expansion being put up on the sly. The Riens are now repaired. That's 3 Riens, 3 Spectres. Still no combat cloak. Going out to harass. We have an S2 and its prototype. Very dangerous sending 2 prototypes out to harass. So let's see where this goes. He's got another S2 out. I think he's got just enough to defend this attack that's coming. 6 ships. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ships of his own, including 2 prototypes. He's got the yard though. If he's quick with his micro, he won't lose a ship. Well, he might lose the Boggz. They're going to be hard to protect. Only pros like Stardust can protect Boggz into the late game. So yeah, he's still hurting on the Tritanium, and he's still got 3 miners on this dilithium. It's a common mistake when you're hurting for a resource is to leave miners on the other resource. And he's getting this mining back up, putting up a turret. Wants to protect his tri-mining. That constructor that was building the turret will probably switch to mine when it's done. And here we go, the Dominion on the move with 4 S2s including the prototype. The Dominion are going to trail them. I wouldn't trail them. I'd stay behind, clear up the miners, and that's what... No, they're just going in a circle. I'd stay behind, harass the miners, send his own miners back towards his star base, keep them out of range, or just put them somewhere out of the way. The second he decloaks and starts messing around in this expansion, I'd bet that CSix would turn around and come protect it anyway. Then cloak and run away. You wouldn't suffer a loss. But no, he wants to engage him at his expansion. He's moving his miners away. CSix is going to see this, so he should be thinking right now, he knows I'm coming, there's probably a cloaked fleet sitting right next to my fleet. He needs to run now. No, he's staying and he's trying to destroy this mining station. He needs to be running. If I saw my enemy's miners running away and they had cloak ships, I'd probably guess that the cloak ships were coming. Oh, look at the damage that's putting out. He's actually going to get the mining station. Wow. No, focus on the mining station. No, he's ignoring it. And a lot of the ships here have torpedoes and are going to do greatly reduced damage to this Spectre. A bug going down, an S2 escaping. A Spectre that should be cloaking but isn't. Escapes with its incredibly slow speed somehow. A bomber, proto. Yes, that's a proto. About to die. Gone. So it's S2s alone now. And he's probably facing S2 spam. What can we say? Yep, S2's here. S2's there. S2's everywhere. He's got 2 more at his base. The prototype is... Where's the prototype? Out on the field helping. I'd leave it at home from now on, just in case the cloakers went and killed it. One thing I noticed on this map is the Green Nebula is a lot harder to get into. It's quite a distance away. You can only sneak like 1 ship into it at a time for the shield repair. And here come 4 Spectres, 2 of which are ranked. 2 Riens, 1 of which is ranked. And 3 more Spectres at the base. Damn, this is looking good. More Spectres on the way. Even if he didn't have this expansion, he could afford Spectre spam from 2 yards. They're just so cheap. And here comes more pressure. Ooh, large yard. B5's going into. Interesting. And they're going after the turret. Time to rush your S2s to the defence, see if you can get some kills. It's unlikely, but... Ooh, look at the damage done. And these are pulse armed ships. This S2 needs to run away. Gets away good. These S2s are pretty fast. There's a yard here that's going to make it difficult to get kills. He's invested in 3 yards now. It's a lot of money, that is. Then again, the Dominion can afford to put up quite a few yards. So yeah, this yard is in a very good place. It can just sit here, all the ships will just cycle in and repair. And he's realised this, he is legging it now. No beaming because the Spectre has 200 crew, you're just not going to get a beam. He has the tech center. He doesn't have a lot of money though. Ooh, and he's out of supply. That's gonna hurt. S2s have drained his supply. No special for the S2. The special would help. It's not that expensive. See, if he had money, I'd recommend getting Decloak, but he doesn't have money. He does have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 S2s. Not going to be enough against what he's facing, but that's quite an admirable force of S2s. Again, Dragonfire sees this and is running away. I think he knows this miner isn't going to make it. Run. You're fast enough to escape from the Spectres. They're going to try go for this again. Nope, they're going for a re-en. Nope, they're going for the miners. And the Spectres decloak. All 8 of them. 8 versus 8. I think the Spectres have reached their critical mass now. The S2s just aren't going to be able to get away in time. The first volley from the Disruptors has taken away the shields. The second volley has taken away the hull. The S2 is small, I believe, so it's going to take full damage from pulses. And look at that. This guy had just a bit of hull left, and a beam from a Spectre took it out. I'm not sure what the ratio between beam damage and pulse damage is. 1.18 versus 16, 32 every 6, 18 every 2.5. So it's about half and half, it looks like. If my maths is bad there, I'm sure someone will correct me later. So the beam isn't exactly that weak. Here we have Rien phase plates. That's to tank the damage from the S2s. S2s being short ranged. Phase plates reduce 80% of damage from short range. So the next time the Riens go up against the S2s, just put the phase plates on, hang about where the S2s are going to shoot them, put the Riens out in front. 1, they'll be auto-targeted because their defense value is the lowest. 2, if you make sure that they're the first ones to decloak, of course they're going to get shot at first. S2s will waste 80% of their firepower, and out comes the B8 prototype. And here comes, not the B8, the B5 prototype, and here comes the B5. Oh dear, that S2 is getting its arse kicked. This one managed to get away. The B5 will take reduced damage from the pulses at least. This is pure tech, so the B5 will have increased range. All these miners made quick work of. Even a sturdy Dominion miner can't hold out that long against such a large fleet. And this S2 is greatly out of position. And it's made it. So yeah, look how much damage that B5 can take. And in comes reinforcements, 2 Riens, 3 more Spectres. They're going in for the kill now, going to get all the mining, hopefully force a quit from CSix. There's just no way his S2s are surviving this anymore. Even this B5 is seeing itself face a lot of DPS. Here comes the real B5, not the proto. Double the amount of fighters. And I believe Dragonfire is giving up on this raid. Yep, he can't deal with the repair rate of the yards. He's got the mining here. He didn't take any losses. That's a win in by anyone's standards. That's a win. Got some ranks. Got a couple S2s and some miners. Even if he didn't get the B5s, he has a lot to be proud of. And off he goes to the expansion, where there's 6 S2s waiting, and a 7th in a minute. Just not enough. It is not going to be enough. This tech lab is gone. These Spectres have definitely reached their critical mass. One-shotting the S2. First volley kill. I believe this is going to be the good game. We should see CSix GG in a minute. There's just no way he can stop these Romulan ships. The tech lab is almost gone, and here we have an officer ranked generic Spectre, and it should have the ability to disable engines, if I recall correctly. Or is that no, that's veteran. Ulterium disruptor lens is veteran only. Well, if it gets another rank, it will make it to a veteran rank. Right now, I'd be getting all the other Spectres away and having this one Spectre do all the killing, getting its rank. That way you can make it a veteran. So yeah, if I was CSix, I'd start decommissioning all this stuff. It's gone, he knows it. And out he goes to harass, I believe. There is mining down here to harass. He's going to see it. Obviously he's given up on defending his main base. He now has plenty of resources to make the B5s. The tech centre is gone. Here comes the decommissioning stuff. The yard's not been decommissioned, but this mining has. These miners, in all that time the Spectres were wasting up here, these miners could have all run away. He could have put them on his main base Tritanium. He could have certainly used it. And this Spectre, if it was doing the killing on its own, it would have ranked up to veteran easily by now. But they're sharing the accolades at the moment. And here we go. Harassment, and Dragonfire, very sly. He's kept a small force of Spectres back just for defence purposes. Not going to be enough to get rid of the to kill an S2, but oh, here we have the fighters. No, they just couldn't get the kill. Spectres are so tough. But these miners, they can just say goodbye to their lives when the fighters attack them. Fighters are generally very good versus small size things, and here we go. The Romulans are cleaning up this expansion excruciatingly slowly because they're armed with a lot of pulses, but still getting the job done. It's a little bit of expansion trading here. Didn't see this expansion die, that's odd. Maybe he didn't see it, or he went through this nebula. This constructor's off hiding. Don't think he realises it's up there. He's got a scout, so he knows exactly where this fleet is. And this yard is doing its job of tanking the fire, and it didn't get blown up, so no experience this time. And he gets some of the resources back, which he can build on more B5s. And here's some T15s. Not sure what the T15s are for. They don't counter these Spectres terribly well. They're not short range. I guess he just wants something to build. And T15s, they do have a torpedo, and they use pulses at long range, torpedo at short range. Personally, I'd have gone for more Boggz. They're cheap, but then again, he doesn't have much supply. It's hard to afford lots of Boggz. His fleet's come back to meet the Romulan fleet at his base. I don't think he can win this. There's just so many Spectres. There's the decloak. Look at these miners die. Let's see if this Dominion fleet has the balls to take on this Romulan fleet. Decloak could be very helpful now, but unfortunately he has none of it. And support refits. I did not see that coming. They've got all their specials. I've heard the sound earlier, and that must have been Plasma Bolt disabling... No, it couldn't have been. Plasma Bolt disables weapons. And here's shield recharge. Oh, he's not going to get kills now, is he? And I believe that was a B5 that met its match. Met its maker there. These fighters are just going to be fodder for the generic Spectres. More ranks, as if they needed to rank up more. So this is interesting. The Romulans, they need to regroup with their fleet of plenty of Spectres. What, 15, 20 maybe? They need to regroup all these Spectres. He's got one at his base that he should bring along. Regroup them and go in for the kill. Here we have him re-expanding. He's got his expansion down here. The Dominion appear to be expanding on the sly. Oh, and here he goes. He's in for this mining again. The Dominion's out on the harass. He's coming in for the mining. The support refit is doing shield recharge. So So he's got 2 support refits, it looks like. It appears to be 2 support refits, keeping the shields of his fleet topped up. Ooh, these miners have gone. This yard is gone. It needs to cancel what it's building immediately. He needs to cancel these. He'll get all the money back for the S2s. And he's not done it. All the money in that S2 is gone. And some of these support refits are on full autonomy. And they just use plasma bolt on a shipyard that has no weapons at all. Here comes a T-15 that's feeling very brave and is going to die. Just look at the difference in how the B5s and S2s with torpedoes kill a mining station so fast, but the generics with their pulses kill nothing very fast. This starbase, if plasma bolt is used properly here, this starbase won't be out of fire for a while. And here we have him going after this yard. And this starbase seems to be happy shooting away at all the B5 fighters. Perfectly happy going after the fighters. Lots of torpedoes here. This starbase is going down. Lots and lots of ships. Even though they've got pulsers, plenty of ships, this starbase is going down. So we have base swapping. They finished off the base, went straight for that T-15. This starbase is holding out an abnormal amount of time. All the fighters that get spawned are just being murdered by the starbase. Although the starbase does appear to be focusing on the B5s a bit more now. It's not going to help it for long. The fighters appear to want the Tal Shiar facility. The Dominion fleet just can't make up its mind. They can get this starbase if they keep focusing on it. It is upgraded. I think all the way... It's all the way in offense, definitely. It's got torpedoes now. Got an S2. I think it's all the way in defense as well. They will get it. And the Romulans have cleared up down here, and there we go, it's the GG. CSix is calling the GG. He can get the starbase, just for fun. So yeah, this is a rare sight in a replay. Both starbases destroyed. Oh no, there's the quit. Well, it was a good game, and I'll see you all next time.